Thanks for joining our new weekly Cornier & Barrow remote after work tasting. So today, as Wen mentioned, we are going to taste 3 wines that are featured in our current Malbec and Merlot case offer that you can find on our website. This Malbec and Merlot selection has been promoted as part of our Wine of the Everyday campaign. So we are going to taste 3 wines, a Merlot, 2 Malbecs, in order to put the accent on the latter exceptional grape variety in order to celebrate International Malbec Day tomorrow. Those 3 wines are all different price points and coming from 3 different countries, because we were aiming at bringing the word to your doorstep and reach every pocket. So we're going to start with wine number 1. I'm going to show you the label. I hope you can see it. Wine number 1 is a 100% Merlot from the Domaine Saint-Estève. Domaine Saint-Estève is a 90 hectares property located in the municipality of Touroselle in Languedoc, and is just squeezed in the 2 wine appellations called Minervois and Corbière, which are recognized as the cradle of French winemaking, and also recognized today as 2 of the best wine appellations in the Languedoc in southern France. The Domaine Saint-Estève is a stunning estate, of a total of 90 hectares. At the center of it, you find a 19th century chateau, beautiful in stone, surrounded by 60 hectares of vineyards and 30 hectares of forest land, garrigue, pine trees, just the heart of the Mediterranean nature. The property has been looked after by the Garcia family for the past 5 generations, and in the late 80s, they actually decided to replant most of the vineyards with higher quality grape varieties in order to produce varietal wines. So all their wine, they're not doing any blending, in order to produce varietal wines expressive of the local terroir. So here we're in southern France, and actually Domaine Saint-Estève is benefiting from a very specific Mediterranean microclimate. So as usual, you have like mild, short winters, and then the summer days are very specific there, because they are marked by long, hot, very sunny, intense light summer days, and which are temperated by cooler nights thanks to the proximity with the Montagne Noire, a local hillside, and the sea breezes that they benefit from the nearby Mediterranean Sea. So maybe I should now start to talk about the wine. I hope some of you received your case on time to share the pleasure with me. So in our glass we have this 100% Merlot. The nose is just fantastic, very attractive, very seductive, with like notes of like crushed raspberry, soft plums. It's very food forward, but not just. On the palate, you have a wine that is very supple, juicy. To me, is an excellent aperitif. I would drink that on its own on any occasion. But obviously, this wine has enough structure and texture and depth to be paired with food. It's very approachable, not complicated, easy drinking, and I think it's also a good option for people that are not too much into red wine. It's quite approachable. So now if you have any questions, write them down, and I hope I'll be able to answer to you afterwards. But now we're going to move to wine number 2. So now, as we mentioned earlier, tomorrow is International Malbec Day. So we decided the 2 other wines of today's tasting are going to be Malbecs. Malbec is a fantastic grape variety, quite versatile, and it originates from France, but as many of you know now, it is the signature grape of Argentina. However, the first option we are going to taste today is very unusual. It's called Intipalka Malbec. I'm going to show you the label. I hope you can read it. This is very unusual because it's coming from Peru. So Intipalca, which is the name of the wine, means the Valley of the Sun in the local Quechua language. And this wine is 100% Malbec. It's been produced by a family called, a family vineyard called Viñas Cairolo. Viñas Cairolo has been founded by Italian immigrants in 1880 in Peru, and they're actually nowadays one of the leading producer of the local spirit Pisco in Peru, as well as one of the oldest, the oldest vineyards in Peru. So it's quite unusual. So Viñas Cairolo was founded in 1880, and nowadays is the third generation that is in charge, led by owner, family member, and winemaker Jorge Cairolo. And Jorge has been over the last 30 years to really produce wine and spirit that would reveal the typicity and the spirit of what is the Peruvian terroir. So in 2000, they've decided to invest and plant some vineyards, and they've decided to plant them in the Ica Valley. So nowadays they have 700 hectares of vineyards planted in Ica Valley. And where is Ica Valley? What means Ica Valley? So this valley is actually 60 kilometers from the coastline, and the vineyards are planted high altitude between 500 and 800 meters above sea level. So while they're 60 kilometers away from the coastline, they actually benefit from breeze and temperated climate. Now we're in a location where weather and geography is a desert. So there's no one else around. It's very poor soil, sandy soil, and so the Malbec are actually what is fantastic is because they wanted to produce such qualitative, unique style from Peru. Those Malbec are actually have been purchased in a nursery in France and are heritage grape varieties. So I think now it's time to move to tasting. So again, if you have any question, please write them down. This one is actually fantastic. For me, it's a great, pure expression of what is Malbec and what can offer Malbec. So just on the nose, it's very attractive, very fruit forward, and you have this violet character. Plum notes, berries. It's rich, but then because of the terroir typicity and the work that are doing the team at Viñas Cairolo, with very low intervention, everything is done by hand. You have this mineral note that are imparted from the soil and then from the typicity of the terroir. So let's taste. The palate is rich, a lot of plum, blueberries notes, cherry notes. You have this delicate violet rose petal character that you often find in Malbec when they're well made, and still a fantastic, beautiful acidity. And this is done to the high altitude, proximity to the sea, and the minerality that you can find in the soil. So now I'm gonna move to wine number 3. Today we have, I forgot to mention about the prices. So maybe the first one, was $8.95 a bottle, but with the current offer we have on the website, you can benefit of 10% discount if you buy a case, and that's gonna be the same for all the other wine we're gonna speak today. The Intipalca Malbec from Peru is at $10.75 a bottle. And now we're going to move to a world-class wine, classic Malbec from Achaval Ferrer. This one is coming from Argentina. we've been working and represented Achavalfera in the UK market for the past 17 years. This started, the Achavalfera story started in Mendoza, in the heart of the wine region in Argentina, right at the foothills of the Andes Mountains. It's the result of a group of friends from Argentinian and Italian origin, led by the very famous Italian enologist Roberto Cipresso. And their aim was to found a winery and produce world-class wine from Argentina, thanks to the high altitude, low yielding, very careful production. So today, the lead of the company has been taken over by a young, talented team that has been working with the founders for many years and share the same values in order today to continue to pursue this constant quest of high quality, amazing, unique Malbec style you can find in Argentina. We're actually very proud to represent them in the UK. So where we are, maybe for those of you that are not knowing where is Mendoza, so we are here just right in the heartland of the winemaking of Argentina. We are right at the foothill of the Andes, and Argentina actually offers a fantastic diversity of terroir and of micro terroirs and a different diversity of climates. So here the grapes, 100% Malbecs, they're actually coming from different plots of land, all owned by Achavalfera, and which are covered in 3 different locations called Mayor Drummond, Medrano, and La Consulta. So those 3 vineyard locations are considered some of the best sites to grow Malbec in Argentina. They're planted, so the grapes are planted on very poor sandy soil with gravel, and so that's pushed the roots to go really deep into the soil in order to find nutrients and to also impart some minerality to the final wine. What is the specificity of this Malbec and why it's so special? Again, this is made from heritage French grape, planted on ungrafted vine roots, and this is absolutely low yielding production. When I'm speaking low yielding production, it means like to produce this bottle, you actually need 3 vines in total. What happened is like the team is taking the utmost care both in the vineyard side and as well as at the winery. So all the operations are done with care in order to produce the most fantastic qualitative wine. I think now we're done to taste. So I've opened the wine actually an hour ago, and I think it benefits from hair to open a little. It's much more complex. I didn't mention the vintage is actually of 2016 vintage, which was very challenging in Argentina, much cooler, much wetter than usual, and so it was like more challenging for the team at Achavalfera to make this wine. But the benefit of it is a lot of freshness. So the nose is a much more complex one. It's beautiful the selection we have today because we've been like going like step by step. This is really outstanding wine. Lot of concentration, much more savory character. You have beautiful Malbec expression, a lot of minerals. And thanks to the diurnal range that you can find during daytime and nighttime, this wine actually have like a lot of fruit concentration, rich, ripe, plum, blackberries, blueberries, as well as like lovely freshness. And this is due to the high altitude, which Achavalfera is really praising. I think I'm done. So if you have any question, I'm ready to hear them.